I did not want to go on my run this morning. I don't know if it was just how dark it was outside or if it was the temperature, but I was not feeling going on going on a multiple mile run at 7 a.m. But I did anyway, and on my run, it was fine. It started to rain a little bit.
I think it's starting to rain. Not good.
And then that rain later turned into snow.
Can you see that?
Which honestly, I'd much rather run in snow purely because it doesn't get you like soaked. Like if you run in the rain, you're gonna be soaked regardless. The snow, it takes a little bit longer to get soaked because it's frozen and all that stuff. Then after 4 short miles and running on the beach, I decided to turn around and head home. Bet you didn't know that there was a beach in Tennessee. But now I'm here. The run was fine. It was okay. It ended up stopping, like the snow or rain or whatever it was stopped halfway through on the way back. So it was fun. It was a nice way to end the run. Also, we got this. So this is from a coffee shop in the Nashville airport, and we got it ground. Like normally we don't get it ground because we have a grinder that's right there, and it's just a lot better. It tastes fresher. Anyway, we normally don't get it ground, but we got it ground, and this is from like our trip because we're completely out of coffee, and this is all we have left. And it honestly tastes really good, like especially for ground coffee. I am actually looking forward to drinking the last little bit, or the pot that I just made. So if you're in the Nashville airport and you need coffee, or you just want to grab cheap coffee, it's also cheap at the airport and just for a third wave coffee shop. Go to 8th and Roast. After sitting down to eat a quick breakfast, I decided to pull out the Theragun, or whatever this thing is. It's not a Theragun, it's like a cheap knockoff from Costco. I decided to pull whatever that thing's called out and work out some knots that were in my legs, and it worked. It's just, I really hate doing it. Max was pretty curious and wanted to play with the the gun, and I let him do it for a little bit to give myself a break, and it was funny. After subjecting myself to that unnecessary torture for about 5 to 10 minutes and finishing up my breakfast and coffee, we hopped in the shower and had to go get groceries just because we literally have nothing to eat. Last night we had noodles and a little bit of pasta sauce. It was pretty depressing. So in an effort to avoid that tonight, we actually have to go get groceries. Bye-bye.
Oh, what? Be nice.
On our way to the grocery store, we decided to grab lunch beforehand, mostly just because that'll prevent us from buying things we don't need. So we decided to go to the Cheesecake Factory just because we haven't been in a while, and honestly, it sounded good. While we were there, we actually remembered that we had a couple of returns that we had to do. We had a few returns we're doing right now. So we ended up going to a couple of stores, returning things, and honestly buying a couple of other things with the money that we basically just did an exchange. That last shot that you saw, I had a lady stare at me, and I smiled at her, but she stared at me and just continued to not break face. Very awkward. I just thought you should know that. After standing in line at the second store for about 30 minutes, which is just crazy, the line is literally always like that. After standing there for about 30 minutes, then we decided we would just finish the last bit of returns that we had to do, which we honestly had one store left, and then go and actually get the groceries, which is the whole purpose of us actually going out. See this hose? After spending a couple of, honestly, longer than normal getting groceries in the grocery store just because we had no food and we literally had to start from scratch, then we ended up here. And I'm actually in our car in the garage where we just got home, and everything's unloaded except for the stuff in the back seat, which is right there, which isn't terrible. I have a couple hours to get some work done because Savannah and I are doing something fun tonight. I'm also charging, these batteries are both dead, so I'm having to come up here to charge them.
Definitely, this is definitely not the way that you should be doing them. I basically put drywall screws in my drywall, and then I'm hanging them by the 1x4 frame.
I love it. So Lee, last time I was in here, it was super echoey. He's putting sound treatment up, and so my panels at home are black, and I debated on getting white, and this is kind of making me want to get white panels or just make them white.
Well, here is what you could do. So I went to Joann's and got like 15 yards of this fabric.
Yeah.
White fabric. So you could just like re-wrap yours.
Yeah, but here's the issue. That means I would actually have to do it, and I hired somebody else to do it.
Jordan to do it.
That's true. He's looking for work too.
Jordan did mine in the
MSW room.
MSW room.
So are you gonna are these like spaced out at all?
So they're equal on each wall. They're not equal spaced.
Okay.
Across every surface, but.
And you're gonna have two more
here, two more here. Yeah.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
It looks great in here, honestly.
It doesn't look bad. Even if it had to be this way, I like the function of it now more than the finished product will be.
Yeah, no, it looks great, and honestly, it blows my mind like how just small like sound treatment like this can make such a big difference. Like there's literally no echo in here.
Yeah.
Like it sounds a million times better.
And I think there's only one hard surface right now, which is the ceiling. And so like the rug helps that reflection.
Yeah. No, it sounds
it's
good.
A little nice.
And it makes it look more professional too.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing I was talking with Brady about is like having an inspiring space.
Yeah.
And so like if your space, you need to make it inspiring. And so it doesn't matter if you're putting panels up or if you're putting a tapestry up.
Yep. Exactly.
Making it inspiring it makes me want to be in here.
This looks great. And also, you have a YouTube channel, don't you?
I do. Yeah, it's Lee Battalier. You can check it out. I do music stuff. I do guitar stuff and pro audio stuff. So go check it out.
Yeah, he's honestly probably one of the best electric guitar players I've ever played with. But he's also an incredible sound guy. He's one of those people that's just really good at everything, and it's kind of aggravating.
To learn it all, right?
Yeah. But anyway, I'll link his channel down below, and you should really check it out. You made a video about the wing, right?
The Behringer wing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like an hour long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I break down a scene from one song that I mixed and do all the processing, walk through, and it's fun. So check it out.
Yeah, you should. Honestly, I learned a lot when I watched it. So yeah, this looks great, man.
Thanks.
This is outside of Lee's studio. Also, fun fact, when Savannah and I got married, like the first couple of months, we actually lived here. This is the bedroom we used to stay in. I couldn't figure out how to work the lights, so I had to work with what I have. But in the back of their house, because it was during COVID and we couldn't find any place to live and we didn't have any like real jobs because we were self-employed, and all that to be said, we love Lee and Jenna, and I'll put both their Jenna has a channel too, but I'll put both their channels down below just because they're great and they're super talented at what they do. So yeah, that's it. Love them.